This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is sponsored by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup at Delco Meets, the number 4 business, and attend one of our incredible networking events. Be sure to register, and we'll see you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Ryan Harbinson of LinkedIn Growth Academy. Ryan, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rich. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Ryan, what is LinkedIn Growth Academy?
Sure. So the LinkedIn Growth Academy is my training session. It's about 3 hours. Basically, what we're doing is we're teaching companies, organizations, businesses, individuals on how to basically navigate the platform and build their brand on LinkedIn. And I feel like a lot of people just don't know all the things that you can do on the platform. And that's really what we come into. We also teach the free version of LinkedIn, so you don't need any of the premium versions. And we're just basically creating opportunities for people to organically stand out in the algorithm and really explain what they do and really tell people why they're great at what they do.
How did you get started with LinkedIn Growth Academy?
Yeah, so I've been on the platform since about 2007. So in my prior life, I was in the video game space. I worked for a couple of different video game publishers. I ran my own development studio. We were a certified Nintendo developer. And one of the things we were really trying to do was to get meetings with some of the bigger guys in California. We were based out of South Jersey. And I was using LinkedIn in the early days just to find out who the right people were to talk to. And then as my biz dev career kind of continued to grow throughout the years, I just never really got off the platform and just started working all the ins and outs. And, I'm a marketing guy by trade. So video and content is kind of what I do. And I've just kind of been able to create this session here that really just helps people understand, really the difference between the platforms. LinkedIn is different than Instagram, is different than Facebook, right? So it's a different audience, but you can tell the same story. You just have to know what your messaging looks like.
What can people expect when they work with you, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that I really try to do is try to make it a little entertaining. We've all been through a lot of training sessions back in the day, and myself, I've been through a lot of training, and really, what I'm focusing on is allowing you to kind of integrate things uh, in the moment. I've been to a lot and I've taken a ton of notes, and I write all these great things and I have these great ideas, and I get back to my desk and that notepad just sits on my desk and never gets looked at again because, a day turns into a month real quick. So really what I try to do is explain stuff that we've got going on, go through my slides, go live to LinkedIn, show people exactly what I'm doing. And then we take 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what we're learning, to do it right then, to at least try to get some of those strategies and some of those techniques started as soon as we can learn them. So,
What you talk about is so valuable. And we've all, as you pointed out, attended seminars or even worked one-on-one with somebody, and then the phone rings, or you got to stop somewhere, and one thing leads to another, and those notes that you took may not get implemented, let's say, till the weekend, or it gets piled under things, stuff builds up on
oh
top of
yeah,
it.
you know it.
When you work with people, do you work one-on-one or more in groups in a presentation setting?
Yeah, so I do actually both. So I've been doing a lot more one-on-ones, but also companies and organizations will bring me in as well. The one-on-one stuff is a little bit different because we kind of have a little bit more free reign. So based on kind of the avenues they want to go down, we can kind of tangent a little bit more down those avenues than when I'm in the big rooms where we're basically, running through the whole seminar. But that's the nice thing is that I really treat it as kind of an open forum. So even in the larger spaces, when we're doing training sessions with 30, 50, 100 people, it's open questions and open comments the entire time because there might be things that other people are thinking and we can kind of go down these rabbit holes earlier. Or if I'm like, oh, that's a good question, we'll see in about 5 slides.
Do you have anything coming up, anything that people could put on their calendar so that they're there and take advantage of what they could be or should be doing on LinkedIn?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're actually running the next level leadership summit on October 14th at Swarthmore College. It's myself and two other speakers, all speaking on our expertise. So, Alan, Jess, and myself will all be taking about an hour of time. So, I'll be doing LinkedIn. Jess is going to be doing stress less. In the workplace, and Alan's going to be basically how to work with those projects that you just can't get to the next level, and maybe it's time to pull the plug on those ones. So that'll be from 8 to 12 on the 14th at Swarthmore College. So we're very excited about that. It's going to be a great day.
These are all topics I think that really key on to where the business owner is right now, the solopreneur. And I
Oh
think that
yeah.
you're providing that really gives a good foundation for where people want to take their business through the rest of 2025 and launch into 2026. 2007, you've seen quite a few changes in LinkedIn since that time.
Oh yeah.
What do you still see people doing? Like, what's that glaring mistake that, as when you go in there, you're a LinkedIn surgeon, right? You
Yeah.
already know some things that people do consistently. What are some of those mistakes that we can fix those bugs right away?
I mean, the first one is boring business content. The obviously from the corporate office, rates have never been lower, deals have never been done quicker, customers have never been more happy. Like it's just not gonna get any engagement. Now there's ways to around that. So, like, if you're running, you know, a percentage deal, or maybe you have, like, job trends because you're, like, a payroll company, in August, let's go through that. Like, instead of this boring thing that's just, like, very sterile, like, you can mix it up a little bit, right? Like, you can use that content, but again, know the audience that's going on. Like, for that stuff, like maybe I make a poll instead of just a posted thing. Like, you know, the Business Bureau says that jobs were down 2.5% in these different industries. Did you hire? Did you fire? Did your team stay the same, or did you grow your thing? And maybe put a poll out for that and like get some intel on that. And then you can take that same content that the corporate stuff's going to go. We take that poll data after a week, and then maybe we actually post that with the graphic from corporate that says, according to my LinkedIn network, I was able to discover that A, B, and C happened, and this is the stats from the actual government itself.
Right there, that's a nugget. If people didn't take that down, pull over and say, you know what, I need to look at what I'm posting. I find that we get, let's say, pigeonholed into this idea that everything we post has to be from our corporate or has to be from the mothership, right? And
Yeah.
I think what happens is people just start to, they see it, they scroll, they scroll, they scroll, or
And you can see when it's corporate and it's sterile.
you know, or I see, I like that person. I want to share, or I want to make sure that they're recognized. So I just keep hitting that like button as I go, but it doesn't really get that communication that you want from your post.
Yeah, so I think part of it too is, we have, the platform has changed a lot since '07. It has really changed a lot from 2018, right? So, people want to get to know you. And this is kind of what we teach at LGA is that, even though you work for someone, you're still the brand, right? You're still a brand ambassador. You still have your own personal brand that's online that people want to come to you as. And, part of that can be, of understanding of the industries that you're in. So now, like, this is a great way, and we teach this a lot, and the big thing is, yeah, utilizing other people's content as your own is huge, right? So there are people that are influencers, the Gary V's, the Simon Sayeks of the world, they have people following them around, they're doing all kinds of stuff. They want you to share their stuff. So like why not watch like a workplace video that Simon does and then comes in and then is able to then put your 2 cents in there and give your intel and your insight on that. Or and I tell this to people all the time. Your morning routine is way different than everybody else's morning routine, right? So like the industry that I'm in, the industry that you're in the real estate world, there are industry websites that I don't even know about that you take for granted that you probably go on every day just to check out what's going on, trends here, trends there. Like that's just all free content. Like you can become part of, your own thought leadership in a matter of months just by posting content that people aren't seeing. There's a ton of hub sites that like will, grab everything from all the different, industry sites and then put them into one section. If it costs a little bit of money, subscribe to that. That's free. That's free content. And then like what I would do, LinkedIn has changed the way that they're doing like thumbnails now. They used to do like if you posted a thumbnail, it would be like this big piece of like, real estate. Now it's just like this small little thing. So like what I do is I do my snippet tool and I just grab the picture that's in the article. I place that in. I do a quick little link to that website, and then I put my 2 cents in there and then explain a little bit about the article and how people go into it. And then what I really want to do is try to create conversation within my content, right? So comments is really where I shine. So like I'll turn, 5 comments into 10 comments quickly because I'm going to get in the conversation with everybody else, which then allows us to get organically pushed up into the algorithm because the platform thinks that this conversation or this post is starting to catch some fire.
Okay, if you haven't stopped, rewind or rewound this conversation to go over that again, you missed a lot of great information. And I really appreciate you bringing that. You said one word that it seems like to me is never going to change in LinkedIn or other social media. If you're a business owner, if you are that solopreneur, it's branding. You are the brand. Do you ever see that changing, Ryan?
You are the brand. Never. It's just going to become more and more of a thing. I mean, you are a representative. I mean, and it's not even maybe the fact that it's you branding yourself. You are creating brand awareness for your company. And then what happens is that you turn into your own brand just because of your brand awareness campaigns online. And that's never going to change because it's going to continue to grow because as the millennials and the young Gen X start to take over the corporate space, it's all about social selling and social education on online platforms.
Where do you see AI impacting LinkedIn and what you're sharing and helping direct people with LinkedIn Growth Academy?
Yeah, I mean, you're already seeing a lot of trash posts. I was telling everybody, like, if you see like posts that have like a ton of emojis in them, that's a link, that's an AI chat GPT post. Chatbots just love emojis for some reason. That's going to be on par with the corporate content as boring and fake because people are going to be able to read it and see it. I think this fear of AI is just because people aren't fully utilizing it to its potential. It should be more of a tool and a companion than an opportunity to just eliminate people. I think there's a ton of ways that you can utilize chatbots for content. I mean, for myself, I want to be able to come up with ideas that maybe I don't know how to do, or maybe like, here's all the stuff that I like. This is the stuff that I talk about. Here is snippets from my seminars, whatever it is that you have, right? I pop all that in there and it's like, can you give me 10 great topics for these posts that I could create on LinkedIn or other ones? And then it'll give me those things. Then I'll go back in. It's like, can you write me a quick little, 4 sentence thing? And then I'll take that and look at that. And then I use it just as like a rough draft. I leave it in another window and I open up like LinkedIn and then I'll write my own stuff and just use that as inspiration to kind of write what I want. And then once I start writing, the chatbot stuff is totally going. I'm going on tangents. I'm writing all kinds of other stuff that's just relevant, but it's just a good way to get ideas and exercise things that are a little harder to write out on paper than if you're just kind of sitting there, looking at the flasher of the cursor, analysis by paralysis stuff. It kind of eliminates that. So it's using it as a companion and a tool than eliminating people's jobs. That's how I see it.
You've given us a taste, you've given us that appetizer of what people can expect when they work with you or go to one of your seminars. Give that date for the one that's coming up in Swarthmore College again.
Yeah, sure. It's October 14th, the Next Level Leadership Summit. You can Google that. It'll pop up on Eventbrite. Tickets are still available. Spread the word. Tell your friends. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have some networking in the beginning and some networking at the end as well. So we're hoping for a full house. And we are in one of the seminar lecture halls. So we're excited for that.
And how do people connect with you so they can meet with you one on one and get more of a deeper dive into LinkedIn and how you can help expand their awareness and their presence and get out there to really do what they're supposed to be doing on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so Ryan Harbinson on LinkedIn or at Where's Harb. You'll find me out on the internets doing my thing. Would love to connect if I can help you. We're it's just me, solopreneur, doing their thing. Not working for the man. It's as I always say, it's terrifyingly awesome. So
You're out and about in Delco and you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you stopping for your cheesesteak?
Dairy Cottage. Oh yeah, like those guys.
How about pizza?
It's a
Where are
good
you
one.
going for pizza?
Pizza is Angelo's and Media killer spot right on State Street.
And what toppings do you
Fantastic.
like? What are your go-to toppings?
I'm a meat lover, but my wife and I created our own thing, and it's pineapples, black olives, and hot peppers.
A collab
Oh
pizza.
yeah,
And
little
you're not
sweet
doing the
hot.
half and
It's
half. You're sticking with this is our whole relationship. We're doing it together.
full bang. Olives, hot peppers, and pineapple. It's the bomb.
Ryan, what the heck's tomato pie?
Tomato pie. Sauce with a little bit of uh like locatelli or parmesan on top. Maybe a drizzle oil. That's about it.
You have a convenience store need? Where are you stopping? Wawa or Royal Farms?
You know what? I'm a Rofo guy. I like the Royal Farms because they have the fresh coffee. But really, I'm a Heritage boy because I'm a South Jersey guy. So I like Heritage dairy stores myself. The hairy egg from Heritage is unbelievable.
That's one that's never been mentioned, but South Jersey's not Delco, so maybe we have to
Oh
make a
yeah,
road trip. Ryan, how do you describe Delco to someone who's never heard of Delco before or has not been here?
that's a good question. I'm a Delco transplant. I mean, I've only been here for 5 years. I'm a full blown born and raised South Jersey guy. But I would say that if I had to describe it, it would be there is an atmosphere of pride out here like none other that I've seen. And the food is just so excellent in the Delco area. It's wild. But people that are from Delco love being from Delco. I will say that.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
Where am I going? We love media, man. Media, the downtown of media is just fantastic. So we'd probably go do a bar crawl down media and get some great food and stop at all the shops and all that. And we're not far. And then probably head over to Chester Harris because it's only like 2 miles from the house. So do a little gambling.
Is there anything else we haven't talked about on the podcast today? Anything you want listeners to know more about you or more about LinkedIn Growth Academy?
Yeah, sure. So, one of my other gigs is I'm a video game streamer. So, I play video games online. I have a channel called What Are We Playing? IN with no G. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick, and I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon, playing console gaming only. Everything from old school Nintendo to PS5, everything in between. And it's either me by myself or people come to the house and they sit on the couch and we play games old school.
Do you remember your first
Check
video
me out. Give
game?
me a sub. Yeah. So the first console I ever got was just old school Genesis. So Sonic 2, fantastic. And then I got lucky and my uncle actually worked for Sony. So we used to get a lot of free PlayStation games back in the day. It was awesome.
Have you ever played Pong, the
How about
original?
you? What was your first game?
Pong. I mean, that's what I'm asking you. That first
Yeah,
console
Pong.
was
Oh yeah,
Pong.
I nice. Yeah, well, back when it was the console was one system. We actually so the studio that I used to run back in the day with a couple other guys, we entered a Pong competition with Atari to remake Pong, and we won. Uh, community choice. for the best Pong game. And we had this really cool game called Pong Evo, EVO, and it was a neon retro 80s modern style Pong with new modes and new like abilities. And we had like multiplayer, 4 player. It was great. Yeah, it's awesome.
Ryan, you are the
Love me some
go-to.
Pong.
You are the go-to for LinkedIn and how you're going to help people strategize. You are the go-to for video games and multifaceted, of course. Thank you very much for your time today on the What's Happening Delco podcast. Thank you again for being a friend of What's Happening Delco. We look forward to seeing you live in October on the 14th. We look forward to following you on social media to watch you demonstrate your skills and what you're playing. And can't wait to see you at Delco Meets for Business. So once again, thanks for your time today. And remember, like, share, follow Ryan on his socials and What's Happening Delco on ours. So we'll see you. We'll see you at that next meeting. Looking forward to it.
Thanks so much. Appreciate the time. Really excited to be here, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.